All right, welcome to another adventure in old code. Today we're going to move back to the dump folder and take care of some of these little programs. Today we're going to look at Noisetst. We'll see what that's about. I'm guessing there's noise in it. All right, Noisetst. I should be using the arrow keys. What am I doing? Got noise and noise test. Okay, I guess the noise test comes first and then. Okay, ooh. I remember this. Okay, I'm going to make sure my volume is up so that we can capture this. Okay, let's run it. And I get a score of 55. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is clear the screen. Okay, so let's see what is supposed to happen. I don't remember all the details, so we're gonna have to, but clearly you can see you get a single pitch, and then I move up and I can hit down. So I'm controlling that pitch, and then I hit spacebar and a number appears, which I can only assume is my score. I don't know what that score is or what. So let us go through this. Random number, clear the screen. uString equals CHR string plus H. So this, again, as before, we've seen this. This is a way of capturing the arrow keys. I only needed the up and down arrow keys. Randomize the timer. Now perfect is a random number between 1000, and then I add 37. So this is actually going to be a random number between 38 all the way up to 1037. Okay, and then I do the sound perfect, comma 18.2. So this is a new keyword which I don't think I used at all very often, except for this program. So this is obviously, the sound command obviously takes two numbers. The first one must be a pitch, but I'm not sure what the second one is. So we'll use QBasic's wonderful help file to see. So the first is a frequency and the next is a duration. So the frequency, and this is why, okay, so this is why I added 37, because this frequency has to be an integer value between 37 and 32,767. Okay, and a duration, an unsigned integer value between 0 and 65,535. There are 18.2 clock ticks per second. Okay, so here's the explanation. Frequency and a duration. The duration is basically the number of clock ticks you want the sound to play for. Since there are 18.2 clock ticks in a second, I'm basically saying play this frequency for 1 second. And the frequency is anywhere from 37 to 32,767, which is a perfect power of 2 minus 1, which is the maximum integer size you can get in QBasic. Anyway, that's probably for later. So I'm basically, give me a random pitch, play it for a second. So that's that first beat that we hear. And then I set pitch to 500. And now in this loop, I'm capturing keyboard to CH string, and I'm playing a pitch for 1 clock tick. Now, clock tick, there are 18.2 of them in a second, and so this is, it's really just an instantaneous flash of a sound, beep of a sound. So play whatever pitch is, just very, very briefly, and then look at what you pressed. If it wasn't empty, so basically if you pressed a button, then if it's the case that the button you pressed was up, then pfac equals 2. And if you press down, pfac equals -2. All right. And then, so basically, if I didn't press anything, this is just going to kick out right away. Sorry, it's not going to kick out. It's just going to skip over this. So if I pressed up, say, pfac is now 2. Pitch equals pitch plus pfac. So I'm increasing the pitch by 2. If it's less than 37, then pitch equals pitch minus pfac. So if I get down to the lowest sound possible, then start bumping up. Okay? And loop until I hit enter. And the upshot of all this, I only have to hit up once to set pfac to 2. And then every time through the loop, if I don't hit anything, this chunk here it'll skip over this. But you'll notice I keep on increasing pitch by pfac, which is, in this case, is 2. So what this means is to increase the pitch, all I have to do is hit the arrow up once, and the pitch goes up. And similarly, I have to hit it down only once, just to have that start falling. So it moves on its own. I just give it direction. Okay, loop until I hit enter. And then I print the pitch minus the absolute value between pitch and perfect. So this is the difference. So that 1 second burst at the beginning, that's the pitch I'm trying to match. I use the arrow keys to try and closely match that together, and I hit enter to see how close I was. So the first time I was 55. So let's see if I can get something even better than 55. This was some sort of government standardized test. I'm sure there'd be tier systems, and who knows, maybe 35 is super great. I'm a software developer. I'm not some, engineer or mechanic where I'm working in big factories with fans blowing all over the place. So I probably have okay hearing for my age. Anyway, that's it. That's Noisetst. Thanks for joining me in this adventure in old code. I can pretty much say this is probably the only time you'll see me use the sound function. I don't think I used it a whole lot otherwise. But it's curious because I also didn't learn this in school. I'm pretty sure I did not learn this in school. And so this could be one of the first things I went out and discovered on my own. And it was hard to do back in, 1999. I was in grade 11. And I didn't have access to the internet. It was out there, the internet existed, but I didn't have access to it. And so I wasn't able to learn the new QBasic functions. And so I probably just was perusing the help file, because there's so much in the help file. Details. So you get the details here. If the duration is 0, any current sound statement that is running is turned off. So that's cool. You get an example. You can do all that. Contents. Oh, this is more general. The index is probably what I did. I remember looking at the index lots and just looking all these statements. It's like, wow, like what is irdev string? Oh, it's an error trapping function. Well, that's some advanced programming that I didn't do. Anyway, that's probably how I stumbled upon the sound function. And I did this noise test. Awesome. This is the real end. Thanks for joining me in this adventure of old code. Adventure in old code. I'm tired. Okay, you have a nice day, and I'm going to go to bed.